Good evening. We are so excited to be with you guys this evening and to talk about the 2024 Love Like You Mean It cruise. Trust me, we have been waiting for this just as long as you guys have, and we are thrilled to give you a little bit more information. I know some of you actually that are watching may already be booked. But here, let me remind you, this is a great time. We're going to be giving some details about the 24 cruise. If you have a friend that you've always wanted to invite or someone that doesn't know about the Love Like You Mean It cruise, you can tag them right now and they can get a notice that they can jump in and watch as well. So this is a great time to do that. My name is Tim Bell, and I am the Director of Innovative Events at Family Life, otherwise known for this event as the Family Life Cruise Director. And I am joined by Jennifer Eberly. And Jennifer is the Family Life Love Like You Mean It reservation team manager, leader, great one, something like that. Isn't that a great title? It doesn't fit on a business card, but Jennifer leads an amazing group of men and women that take care of you guys when you call and you have questions and you want to book the cruise and you want to know all the answers to everything. They have all the answers and they are wonderful folks to talk to. So I know some of you guys have probably talked to them in the past, but Jennifer and her team are ready and they're going to be answering all of your questions in the coming days as you guys seek to get more information and maybe register and reserve your cabin for next year. So we want to tell you about some things with the coming up for the 2024 Love Like You Mean It cruise. And let me share my screen here real quick so I can show you a couple of things, because I want to start off and tell you, make sure you've got the dates. Oh, sorry, I've got to run back. There we go. Get you in the right place. February 5th through the 11th, 2024, departing out of Miami, Florida. We will leave on the MSC Divina, which you're going to hear more about in just a minute. But we will start in Miami. This is a 6-night cruise in 2024. We will have Tuesday will be a day at sea. Wednesday, we will be in Georgetown in the Cayman Islands. Thursday, we will be in Ocho Rios, Jamaica. Friday, we will have a day at sea. And then Saturday, we will be at the Ocean Cay Marine Reserve. And this is MSC's private island. And then we'll be back into Miami on Sunday. So it's Monday to Sunday. It's a 6-night cruise. And it's going to be a great itinerary for us, and we're excited about that. Also, want to let you guys know a little bit, I'm going to go back on this, a little bit about MSC. Some of you may have sailed on MSC, but a lot of people are going, MSC, I have no idea who MSC is. MSC stands for Mediterranean Shipping Company. Mediterranean Shipping Company. So MSC started back in 1970. They are based in Geneva, Switzerland. They're a European shipping company. They are the largest shipping company in the world. And then when they started their cruise line, they have now become the largest cruise line in Europe, in South America, in the Gulf, and in South Africa, in the Southern Africa region. And they are growing their presence in the United States. They currently have 3 ships, I believe, in the U.S., and their next 4 or 5 brand new ships are going to be coming to the U.S. and the Caribbean market. And we're excited to be part of the MSC. They're a privately owned company. They are a family-owned company, have over 30,000 employees. It's a great company that we've enjoyed getting to know a little bit. A couple of things also to let you guys know, when people have asked me, well, why did you choose MSC? Well, you know, we've been on a number of cruise lines. We've been on Royal Caribbean the last few years. We've been on Carnival. We've been on Norwegian. We have never been on MSC, but when we were on Carnival, we've been on Carnival, I think we were on Carnival for 6 years with the Love Like You Mean It cruise. We had the same account rep every year that worked with us. Her name was Jenny. and Jenny has become a great friend to us. And Jenny loves the Love Like You Mean It cruise. She is now working for MSC and is in charge of all of their charters worldwide. She really was like, we've got to get Love Like You Mean It into MSC. We know that they would love you guys. You would love them. And she is such an advocate for us. She knows our program. She knows what we need to serve us well and have a great experience. And she has just been passionate. In fact, the last 4 months, as we've been hammering through getting a contract in place, she has been such an asset to have in that process. And listen, we are excited to be with MSC and to be working with Jenny again, and know it's going to be a great experience for us. So I have been on the Divina. The Divina was built in 2012. It was refurbished in 2017, and then in 2021, it was also in dry dock for a while that they were doing some upgrades and some things in 2021. I have gotten on the ship. I'll be sailing on it a little bit later this year, but Jennifer and Bobby from the reservation team have been on the ship. They have sailed on the ship. And so, Jennifer, I want to hear about you and Bobby. What were your thoughts of the Divina? Tell these folks what you loved about the Divina and some of those things.
Well, I have to start with, if you live in Florida, just a pro tip. This is my first hurricane in Florida. So if you're going to have a hurricane in Florida, go hop a cruise ship, because the cruise ship sails away from the hurricane. So actually,
you had a little bit longer cruise than you planned.
We
right?
did. We even got a little longer cruise. So I was actually on the Divina when Hurricane Ian hit Florida and left my husband at home to man the house. But you know what? Honestly, when Tim, you talk about Jenny being on this, really, that was kind of the pivotal turning point for me, because Jenny just makes everything better for us. And I got on the Divina. You try to compare it between the Oasis class ships or the Conquest. I can honestly tell you, both Bobby and I got on the ship, and it restored our faith in what cruising used to be. The dining room was that experience. You know what I mean? They brought things out with the silver top on top of it. The first night we were in there, they brought us a roll and brought us a pat of butter. Well, I like to have a little bread with my butter, so I needed a couple more pats of butter to be satisfied. 2 days later, when I showed back up in the dining room again, our waiter put the 3 pats of butter down and the 1 roll down. He remembered, and that's the way it used to be.
Yeah.
The other thing that I would say, it is a ship that is between the Conquest and the Allure. When you're on the Allure and the Harmony, you're on a resort. When you're on the Conquest, you're on a ship. But I would say that the Divina falls in between. It has the best of both. And we enjoyed that. The other thing is, it's hard to explain, but it has a European influence. It's just that understated beauty. It's not all the huge flash and bright colors, but has the more muted colors, has some Renaissance art. As you know me, I'm all about the food. And
I heard it has good pizza.
It has probably the best pizza. And I'm a pizza connoisseur. Royal Caribbean was okay. I liked Carnival very well. And you know what? MSC on the pizza front, they even serve breakfast pizza. In the morning, they have breakfast pizza. Yeah, breakfast pizza in the mornings.
Okay, note to self, breakfast pizza.
Breakfast pizza, note to self. I would say one of my favorite things, in the back of the ship, they have an infinity pool that is right on the back of the ship that you actually look out the back. And it is it's an adult only. Obviously on our ship, everything is adult only, but it was the place to be. You have to mention the staircases that are filled with the Swarovski crystals.
Oh yeah, those were fun.
Those were fun. But you know what? The other side of it is the European culture is just different. They're not as tip driven. They're more service driven, because tips aren't a part of their culture. So you just saw a level of service come up. I can say we loved our stateroom. We thought our balcony was great. And, people said, well, was it rough? Okay. Remember, I was sailing during
You were in
hurricane.
a hurricane.
And I can say we sailed away from it. It was fabulous. Someone just, backed me into a corner recently. Yes, we were 2 days late. The ocean doesn't calm down. We did go back into Port Canaveral with 50-foot swells. So yes, we felt those 50-foot swells, but it was a fabulous ship. I came home. I'm not a huge cruiser outside of the family life cruise. And I said to Matt, my husband, I said, I think I want to go on a MSC cruise. It restored my view in cruising.
Right. And we're excited as a team to get on it too. But something else that MSC does different that we're doing is their experience packages. Now, I know we're not going to spend a lot of time on that, but let me put this up here, and then if you want to speak to the experience packages just a little bit.
Sure. So this is a great graph that was created for us. If you are looking to book like you've always booked and don't want an experience, go for the Bella. Go for the Bella package. It's what's your normal. One of the things that we did adopt that all cruise lines are doing is that if you want that rock bottom price, you can get in at that rock bottom price. You can pick a category, but not your stateroom, your dining. You say, I want to be on that ship. You can go into Bella, not picking your physical cabin and not picking your dining, and you're at the rock bottom price. If you say, you know what, I want a little bit more control, I want to pick my dining, I want to pick my stateroom, then you pay the extra $100 fee. Otherwise, everything about the Bella is what you're normally used to. It's worth looking at the graph because let's say, golly, I know I want internet. I know I drink a lot of bottled water and soda. You might want to shift up to the Fantastica. And if you look at the Oria and the Yacht Club, those are just more suite amenities. And that graph really will lay it all out for you so you can compare what is the best option for you guys. Tim, is there any more that you can add to that?
I don't think so. And there's this graph and more information is on the website in a couple of places that you guys, and you can call. If you go to the website, you go to the stateroom pricing page, it will show you more details about each package. And you can see, there's there's balconies that fall in 2 or 3 different, or maybe all 4 of the different experiences. So you can pick, well, what do I want to go along with that? So,
Tim, I'm just looking at a few comments here and about some of the reviews that people have seen out there. You need to understand, I saw those same reviews before I went on the ship. So I went on the ship with very low expectations because I had read the reviews. The biggest driving factor for us was honestly, if you could see the showroom that is the best theater I think we've ever seen in our life. And then, so that theater and Jenny, but I went on with low expectations. I can honestly tell you, and I am a foodie. I actually am a plant-based person. So that kind of puts you in a whole different level. I am a neat freak. So those are important things to me. And being in my neat freak state and my foodie state, I liked the Divina. I also realize that people that oftentimes review are people that are unhappy. Most of us that are really happy don't have a tendency of telling us all the great things. But I can tell you, I did not walk away. I'm trying to think, did I walk away with any negative?
You were pretty excited when you got off the cruise.
I did. I
to be back
honestly,
home, but you guys had great things to say.
Yeah, I did not. So, don't be as concerned about those reviews. I had ran those reviews myself. So had Bobby, and we both walked away being impressed.
Gotcha. So some of the other questions that are coming is, well, okay, we haven't heard anything about speakers or performers or anybody that's going to be on the ship. Well, here's what you need to know. And so there are also a couple of questions that have been asked going, well, why did the contract take so long? We started working on the contract back in October, folks, just so you know. It's a European company. And their contracts on English law. Well, for us to have a charter through here, it needed to be in U.S. law. And so we had a lot of things that were in there that we had to go, okay, no, this has got to look this way. This has got to look this way. And it was just time consuming to get it there. So we literally got the contract signed on February the 8th. And at 2:30 that afternoon, I sent an email out to alumni to let the alumni know that the contract was signed and they could book. And it was pretty amazing what happened the rest of that day. By the end of that day, we had seen 200 staterooms booked. And I don't know if you can see it up there on my board up there where if you can see at the very top where it says LLYMI and it has a 1,575 up above it, that's the number of staterooms that we have to fill with guests. And we've filled 772 of those. So we're 53% full. And it'll be 2 weeks tomorrow. So people are excited. Yeah, you guys have been busy. People are excited to join us next year. But the contract was signed. And then we went to Empowered to Love last week, which those of you that were there, man, that was a great time. We're so glad that we were together for that. But we have not had a lot of time. Believe me, we've got emails out. We've got phone calls out. We've started some invitations. I can tell you a couple of things. One that's on the website and a couple that aren't on the website. I can tell you a couple of our speakers, and this is pretty exciting. So one of our main session speakers is going to be Dane Ortlund. Now, if you don't know anything about Dane, he was the author of Gentle and Lowly. He is the pastor of Naperville Presbyterian Church in Naperville, Illinois. He's been on Family Life Today a number of times, and we're excited to have Dane as one of our main session speakers. Then if you've been on the Love Like You Mean It cruise, you may have, because she's been on several times as a speaker, Julie Slattery from Authentic Intimacy has been a speaker a number of times. So we have been in conversations with Julie and with Dr. Michael. Okay, I want to say this right. Hang on here. Wait a second. I've got to say Sytsma. I made sure I knew how to pronounce it. Also that works with Julie at Authentic Intimacy. And they are going to be doing a series of breakouts. For those of you that were on the 2022 cruise, when Ron and Nan Deal did our Empowered to Love series of breakouts, 4 breakouts, we're going to do something similar with Julie and Michael with Authentic Intimacy on just sex and intimacy in your marriage. We'll be doing a series of breakouts and be able to go deeper, more in depth in that topic than we ever have been before. So we're excited about that, working with others. I can let you know, just because I confirmed with him and we were with him last week. Listen, John Michael Hinton is one of those guys that I'm like, I think I could have John Michael every year and it would be different. And I still wouldn't figure out how he does his illusions. And he has just become such a great friend as well. So John Michael Hinton is going to be our illusionist next year. And I can't tell you anything else because I don't know yet. We have invitations. We've got a great lineup that we're in the process of trying to land. And we've got some encouraging things that I'm hearing. But until we get those finalized, I can't say anything about it. When we do, as soon as we do, we'll be rolling those out just so you guys can see. We'll be putting them on the website, other things. Yes?
But what I can tell you is we do listen to them.
Yes, we do. You guys have all kinds of suggestions.
Listen to them, and we do listen to what you have told us. I can tell you we've had robust conversations about who we are inviting, and you will be excited about those robust conversations and those invitations that have gone out.
Yes. All right. So what are some of the other questions that the reservation team has been getting that hey, there's probably a lot of people that want to know this.
Yeah, I would say some of those other things are people are asking often, are vaccines required? Are tests required? Are masks? You know what? The whole cruise industry is back to normal. Those are not things that are required right now. Like I said, just got off a ship end of September, sailed through it like it was normal. None of that was even an issue. Let's say you feel more comfortable wearing a mask. I can tell you, I saw a few people on the ship wearing masks. that's with your personal comfort level. It's not required. There was no questions about the vaccine or testing or anything when I was on the ship. We've also gotten a lot of questions about the cost of internet packages, the beverage packages. Does MSC do transfers? We are looking forward to sitting down with the team of MSC and getting some answers for you. It's going to take some time, but we will put those out there for you. So if you could be a little bit patient with us about that, that would be great. We are looking into that. We are starting the process of researching hotels in Miami, and we'll get some hotel options out there for you. The other big thing that I keep seeing on Facebook or have had people call, people think we're holding back space. We are not holding back space. All the space is out there available for you to book. You
don't have my giant suite reserved.
I don't. Actually,
you have my little interior room reserved, right?
Or maybe that, Bella intimate balcony with partially obstructed is what I have set aside for you.
Okay.
But
at least I'm on the ship.
The way that is always to remember, the ship sells, and it has happened with Carnival, it's happened with Norwegian, it's happened with Royal Caribbean, and it's happening with MSC. The most expensive and the least expensive, and the ship sells like this. So you always see your most expensive go and your least expensive go. In that yacht club category, there was only 58 suites. You know what? I don't know. Obviously, there's a demand for those suites. The very least expensive intimate interiors, there were only 45 of them. So when you see those sold out, it's not because we've done something interesting to inventory. It's just the way the ship sells. The other thing that we get a lot of questions on is our group plan. We changed the name. It's no longer called a group plan. It's called a referral plan. We want you to invite your friends that have never come before. And what's really cool about this plan is when you invite your friends, they are going to get a $400 discount, $200 per person. You will then be credited for all of those that sail with us, $300. We'll pick up those referral codes and those bookings. We'll do it in June, we'll do it in September, and we'll do it in December. Part of the reason is you have cancellations, and when those cancellations happen, we have to pull those off. Tim, I think I sent you a booking.
You did. Yes, I was pretty excited. I saw that I was booked on the cruise, that Jennifer actually booked me on the cruise. I got my confirmation email. Now I have a feeling that she will cancel it.
I will.
And I'm not sure. She says I paid a deposit. I'm not sure how I paid that, but Jennifer may know what my corporate one card is. But anyway,
yes. So keep scrolling.
When you get down here on your confirmation, look down here. It says referral promo code. Is this the code I give to people?
It is. That's the code. If somebody wants to call in, that's the promo code they need to use. Or if somebody wants to book online, you see underneath that, there's a nice link. You can actually copy and paste that and send it to your friends. And if they they click that link, it'll put all the referral information into it. Now
that's pretty cool.
They can call and book with us. And let's say they can't remember that number, but they remember your name. We have that referral code in place as long as they make that let us know that front end. They can't come back afterwards and say, hey, would you add that? They need to do that at the beginning.
Okay. All right.
And can I just mention that, is it bad for me to say that referral code is as good as our March Madness sale?
Well,
I just said it. I guess it's a little late.
Cruise Madness.
Cruise Madness, yeah.
The NCAA is going to come out.
Oh, yeah.
With no,
Go Gonzaga. Go Gonzaga.
Cruise Madness March sale. That is true. The referral code for your friends is as good as the Cruise Madness sale because you get $200 off for the Cruise Madness sale, which would be a great time. Let me actually come back here and share a couple of other reminders for people. So the alumni code. So those of you that are alumni and you got the alumni promo code, That expires March 4th. So if you're an alumni, you do get the best price. It's better than the Cruise Madness price. That expires March 4th. So you've got a little bit more time if you're alumni to book. Then the price of the staterooms will go up on March 5th by $50 per person of all of the staterooms that are left. And then our Cruise Madness March sale begins on March 6th. It goes through March 6th through the 27th. And that is the all staterooms are $400, $200 per person off. And that goes through. And so once we hit Cruise Madness, that will be the best price moving forward. And we are going to sell out. When we sell out, I don't know. Is it going to be during Cruise Madness? Is it going to be sometime in April, May, June, July? I don't know. But we are going to sell out. And for those of you that book, your referral code is still going to be a great option for people. Now, remember, people they have to be new people that use that referral code. So, all right. Yes, Jennifer, I see that hand.
You see that hand? Can you tell how we act in Zoom meetings? We've learned to raise our hands and not interrupt each other, which is very hard for me. The question that I've seen is, during Cruise Madness sale, will they get the referral code of Cruise Madness? Again, I want to clarify, Cruise Madness discount and referral code are the same. So if you have a friend, you want them to use the referral code. It's the same type of deal.
Because it gets you your credit.
It gets you your credit. Now, if you don't have a friend that's referring you, use the Cruise Madness one, and you'll get the same deal as the referral code.
Right. That's right. One question I saw, I think it was Steve Jeffrey that asked about, are we going to put Julie in the big room because people couldn't get in? Yes. The main theater, one of the things I love about the Divina, now I look at it from a production and experience standpoint too. The main theater is gorgeous and it holds half the ship. Mm-hmm. So that means we only have to run our main session twice a night, that we can get everybody into our main session by doing the session twice. We don't have to have a third one, which we've had to do at times before. And so I'm excited about that. And we will use that room for those breakouts. We'll use the bigger room for those breakouts. So, all right.
So Tim, I see a question about the experience packages. The cost of the internet, the thing is with all cruise line, it's kind of fluid, whether how much do drink packages cost? How much does the internet cost? I can tell you based off of my experience, when I was on the ship, it was about $90, $98 per person for internet. The no alcohol drink package, which includes your coffee, your water, your Pellegrino, your specialty coffees, your mocktails, whatever, that, if I remember right, looked about $28 a day, between $25 and $28 a day. So kind of use that as and even on MSC's website, they say that's very fluid. That's just the way they do it. So if you think, you know what, I'm going to want 2 devices. And you know what, I drink a lot of water, sparkling or still, because one of the big differences, they do not let you remember how you could take water on before or soda on before? That is one of the differences that MSC does not allow you to do it. So if you're a major water drinker and you need to have your Diet Coke to be charming, you might look at the Fantastica. That may be the best bet for you.
Yeah. A couple other questions, and we aren't going to stay on for too much longer, but a couple other questions and reiterate, especially for those that have never sailed with us, as far as what does it look like? How many sessions do we have? So now we've got 3 port days. We've got 2 days at sea on this cruise. So each evening we will have what we call our main session. It's really our main session with our main speaker. We've got worship. We have other things that go on in that session. And we will run that twice each evening. half of the ship will be eating while the other half goes to a session and they can flip. And then later, after those main sessions, is when we have a lot of our concerts. We'll have a lot of our performers that'll be performing later after the main sessions. And that goes on each evening while we're on the ship. On the days at sea, we also will have some breakouts available. Nothing is mandatory. Nothing is required. You can go sit by the pool. You can go, or you may choose, hey, we want to go to these breakouts. We've got a couple of breakouts we want to do. We'll have ballroom dancing that we'll have available. We'll have game nights. We'll have different things going on at different times. When we're in port, we don't have any sessions going on typically. We might late afternoon on a port day offer a breakout because we know not everybody goes into the port, or if they do, a lot of times they come back early afternoon. And so we may have some things available then for those. And that's what it looks like to do that. So the promo or the referral code, I saw another question there. Somebody may have gotten in late. Once you've booked, if someone has booked already their stateroom, they will have a referral code that they can give to their friends. So if you book stateroom, you can have a referral code and you can give that to anybody that has not sailed with us before. They can't be alumni. And if they book the cruise, then they get a discount and you get a $300 credit on your stateroom. So that's a little bit about how the referral code. You don't have to have that referral code to book at all. If you're alumni, now is the time to book. If you're not an alumni and you don't have a referral code, then I would wait until the Cruise Madness sale starts March 6th through the 27th. That will give you your best price. Moving forward, that'll be the best price. So anyway, hey guys, Jennifer, anything else you can think of?
Well, okay, so I was just thinking, you know what, the one thing I forgot to mention?
What?
It was the best spa I've ever been to in my whole entire life. And my precious boyfriend encouraged me to go have a spa treatment.
Okay, so let's clarify. Your precious boyfriend you've been married to for how long?
35 years. 35.
Okay, all right. I'm just
okay,
checking.
So I had the best spa treatment. And every other cruise that I've been on, when I'm done with the spa treatment, they try to sell me stuff. They didn't try to sell me anything. They just wanted me to have a great experience. And I didn't even have a tip line. They just added the 15% service fee, and it was the best experience. It probably is the prettiest spa I'd ever been on. So you know what? I'd be saving your pennies and, get your little boyfriends to be paying for some spa treatments for you too.
All right. There you heard it from Jennifer. So, all right, guys, listen, questions. We know there's more questions. You can call our reservation team tomorrow. And you can, gosh, you know what? We should have had the phone number on here, but you can go to lovelikeyaminacruise.com. You see the QR code there. That will take you to the website. You can get the phone number. We would love to have you join us next year in 2024. Don't wait too long. It is going to fill up. Remember that 700, wait, let me point, all right, 772 right there. We're 53% full. We are so excited to be back getting on the water with you guys again. So have a great night, and we'll see you along the way.